Hey all, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com. Today is Wednesday, August 11th, 2010, and once again, not a whole lot of news, but here's what's on the website today. For Dell Streak, price and design could be crucial. Dell has announced that their Streak, which is the kind of cross between a smartphone and the tablet, is available for pre-order tomorrow with shipping on Friday. It's going to be $300 through AT&T. And that is including obviously a 2-year contract. It's going to have 3G Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. It's going to have a 5-inch screen, so kind of like that's where the difference between the smartphone and the tablet is. They are calling it a tablet, however, they're not calling it a phone. Have a 5-megapixel camera and a 1 gig processor. It's coming with Android 1.6, which again, with a 1 gig processor, it's kind of been a question mark, but they are saying that it will be upgradable to 2.2 with an over-the-air upgrade fairly soon, within the next coming months, or later this year. We'll have to see. Now, the article that I put in here, there was a number of articles announcing that this was coming out, but this one kind of is a good article because it announces the good and the bad and why you might want to buy it over an iPad or why you wouldn't just want to go with an iPad. Of course, price is a big thing. One of the things the article says is they feel this should be down in the $200 range where the other smartphones are. And then it would be a much more better deal. But you can kind of check it out and see what you think and make your own opinion on it. Second, FTC Reminder. Skip cell phone numbers on the do not call list. And I put this on there because I think this is just a real kind of interesting thing. And people have asked me about this before. And of course, there's a national do not call list for those of you who don't know what that is. And there is a link to that in the article where you can put your home phone on this list, and telemarketers will make it illegal for them to call you to telemarket. And if they do happen to call you, and you can pursue legal action, in other words, you can, if you can get the name or the actual company, you can report it through the Federal Trade Commission through this website, which I also have the link for the Federal Trade Commission info page is also on the website, is on the article, and you can actually get these people in trouble. Now, in regards to cell phones, both the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, regulate cell phones. The FCC regulates the cell phones companies because they are considered utilities. And basically what the FCC says is that these cell phone companies, that your information with the cell phones is 100% protected. They are not allowed to sell it to anybody, and if they do, they will face stiff penalties. The only ones that really have ever dealt with this are what's called resellers. And resellers are people that buy blocks of numbers from, say, a Verizon, and then resell the numbers under their own. They bill you themselves, stuff like that, and they're not as regulated, but they're few and far between now. They're pretty much out of business because of their unsafe and unfair business practices. Most of them were pulling things and doing things that weren't right, and so they've been knocked out. So again, there's also a link there. There was a consumer alert, which I did put a link on there, and it's a PDF that shows exactly what it says back in July, that you do not need to register your cell phones. But if you do, and you don't feel safe and you still want to register, you can. Again, you can go to the Do Not Call Registry link that I put on there and go ahead and register your cell phone. So something to think about. If you have any questions, let me know. Blog questions at PhoneScholar.com. Lastly, Boost Mobile launches its first touchscreen phone with slide-out QWERTY keyboard, the Samsung Seek. And it looks like a really nice phone. It's $149.99. That if you get the $50 unlimited plan, and that's unlimited everything, talk, text, messaging, web, everything through Boost Mobile, and this is their first touchscreen slider QWERTY keyboard. And for those of you who remember when Boost Mobile first came out, and remember the places they were targeting and the type of phones they had, they have come leaps and bounds, and they are doing a tremendous job for those people who want prepaid and don't want contracted or want limited contract. And for those of you who don't know, Boost Mobile is strictly over the Sprint network. They use Sprint network, so they still have a very good network. It's going to be available on August 25th on boostmobile.com, but it is available in the Boost stores now. It's also going to be available on 825 in Radio Shack and Best Buy. It's going to be available in the Sprint stores in September and in Target in October. So a lot of options for that. It has a 2.6-inch screen and a 1.3 megapixel camera. So a really nice basic phone with some very nice features. So check that out. Under categories, under Apple and iPhone, Apple plugs critical iPhone jailbreak holes. Now this was kind of technical, and the only reason why I put this on there, and I'm actually looking for feedback from those of you who are really into this, because I don't know as much about the jailbreak. I know how to jailbreak a phone and stuff, but I've really never gotten into it. I'm just wondering if you read this article and tell me, it's the holes that they fix, and they're going behind, again, the PDF section that Jailbreak Me went into to be able to jailbreak the phone. My question is, if they fix this and put a patch in there, does that mean that you will not be able to jailbreak the phone, or at least use the Jailbreak Me application or software connection through the PC? Does that mean that that will fix that problem too, of being able to jailbreak the phone? I'm just wondering. So if you have any information on that, I'd love to get feedback on that and then put it back out onto the website and onto the videos. And then under Blackberry Desktop 6.0 pops official for PC. And I did it. I have a Blackberry, so I loaded the 6.0 onto my computer. It looks really, really nice. The screen's really nice. It doesn't look like it has a ton of other features, but I will say the syncing, when it was syncing, it looked much more professional, and it looked like it was doing, I could see a lot more that it was doing, and I could see the time frame that it was taking to do that. And it did give me a couple of extra options, including the pictures, to be able to sync and download those. So it looks really nice. I venture to say that when the phones get the 6.0, they'll sync a little bit better, and I do like the syncing actually better. It goes a lot smoother and a lot faster. That's the number one thing that I noticed. It's doing all the contacts. Now, if you do load this, when you hook up your phone, you're going to have to reset up all the syncs, which again doesn't take long. It's very, very simple, and you just go step by step down. On the left hand side, there's all the applications, contacts, and the whole thing, and you just go one by one, and it'll do it all for you. And then of course when you plug the phone in, it automatically looks for updates. But it's a really, really nice, it looks really nice, it looks really professional, and I would recommend it if you do have a Blackberry to go ahead and do that. That's all I got for today. I wish I had more, but hopefully I'll have some more tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, going all the way back, I did on the Dell Streak, I did put the demo video on there also. So to read the complete articles, check out all the links and everything, go to www.phonescholar.com. I shall talk to you tomorrow.